Alright everybody, today we have a real treat. All the way from the great state of Ohio, I found Penelope Wheated. Now, Penelope Bourbon may have a delicate, refined name, but don't let that fool you. This wheated bourbon packs a smooth, yet flavorful punch. Known for crafting some of the most balanced and approachable bourbons in the game, Penelope, it's really made a name for itself pretty quick in the crowded whiskey scene. But does this bourbon live up to the hype? I don't know, you're going to have to stick around while we crack this puppy open and you can find out. Now, Penelope Wheated is very approachable. It's got a 94% proof, so it's just like all your other introductory bourbons, at least in my book. It's got mostly a corn and wheat mash bill, so it's really sweet. It's got those nice bready caramel tones, and honestly, I know it's in GP, but don't get on me about it. These guys know how to do it. It's blended and bottled by Penelope, so Penelope finishes this guy off, and it's typically a 3 or 4 year old bourbon. MSRP is around $60. I picked it up though when I was in Ohio. I don't know if it was a fluke, but I got it for about $45, which to me is great. What a great entry price, and honestly, I'd probably pay up to $60, maybe $70 for it. So, definitely worth a look.
All right, let's dig into this Penelope Wheated. You might notice there's a tiny little bit of whiskey in my glass. It's because I forgot to press the record button last time I did it. So, hey, I guess I gotta test it again. All right, let's try this. Take two. You guys didn't get to see take one, but we're gonna pretend this is my first pour. Now, guys, this is Penelope Wheated is nice. I'm down here in Georgia. I know this is going to be everywhere on store shelves soon. It's going to be just the run-of-the-mill Penelope, but we're not going to see it for quite a while. Right now, it's February when I'm recording this, and it's probably going to be June, July, August before it gets down here. I know they've already pushed it back from January to February. I just got told from another store they pushed it to March. I think it's going to keep getting kicked back. I was lucky enough to find this bad boy in Ohio. First up on the nose, you get that honey, you get a vanilla, like a light baked bread. Not quite the heavy baked bread that you get from things like Larceny, but really there's a little baked bread in there. Kind of very, very, very lightly toasted oak. Definitely has more of an alcohol-y smell than most of the rest of them. I think the Architect Penelope is probably one of my favorites that they have, but this guy's still pretty good. Yeah, first up, you get a little bit of hit. You get a hit of alcohol, which you don't normally get from other Penelopes. But I guess the biggest flavor note you get is a butterscotch. It comes right up to the forefront. Also, when you look at it in the glass, there, look at those nice long legs. You get very oil, very viscous. It actually has a really nice mouthfeel. Yeah, for the Penelope lineup, this is a really nice addition. Like I said, you're gonna be able to find it everywhere on store shelves, but for 95 proof, this is a great entry alcohol. I wouldn't go probably for my everyday sipper. My everyday sippers always kind of go towards like the Colonel Taylors or the Bardstown Origin series. I'm just beating the dead horse with how much I like those. I always talk about it, but anything by Penelope is usually pretty good, and this is no exception. Like I said, I stick to some of their other higher ups, but guys, this Penelope Wheated is still a pretty good selection. It's got a short to medium finish. Not quite as short of a finish as things like Weller, like Green Label, their Special Reserve, but it's good, it's smooth, it's nice, it goes down easy. This is a good entry bourbon to anybody looking to get into bourbon. If you have a buddy that's like, oh, I drink wine, which is wrong, or they drink tequila, also wrong, or somebody looking to get into bourbon, the Penelope Wheated really is a good way to kind of get them to dip their toe into the water and learn this fun hobby. Guys, cheers. Let's finish this bad guy. That's really tasty. I'd probably give it about a 6.5 out of all of them. And that's not bad. Don't let that score fool you. The only reason it gets 6.5 from me instead of something higher up is because I hold Penelope to a little bit higher standard than everything else out there. It'd be kind of like, Buffalo Trace giving me, when Buffalo Trace gave me a Traveler, that didn't even get a 6.5. But Penelope hits some good juice. A lot of it's MGP. They really know how to kind of cook it. It does well. Guys, highly recommend you pick this bad boy up. Cheers.
Penelope Wheated Bourbon is a great introduction to a wheated whiskey, and honestly, it's a real smooth sipper. I'd recommend this to just about anybody. It's a solid addition to the whole Penelope lineup. It's smooth, it's approachable, it's enjoyable. If you're a fan of Weller Special Reserve and you just can't find it in retail, this is a fantastic alternative. Penelope, it's smooth, it's sweet, It's easy to sip, and honestly, this one, it won't last long on your shelf. Guys, pick this bad boy up whenever you get a chance. Definitely worth a try. Cheers, my friends. Be sure to like and subscribe. Don't miss a minute of Age to Perfection Neat Life.